Hi guys, welcome to the Quest-based videocast, episode 1. Today we're talking about navigating your world map, or your desktop. This is really the first thing you see during the day after you decide to sit down and get to work. You may have grabbed a cup of coffee beforehand, but when you see the desktop, it is time to get started. And one of the problems that a lot of people face is that when they see the desktop, it's hard to navigate it. Mostly because they don't know how to use shortcuts. What you may notice here is that on my world map, or my desktop, I don't have very many shortcuts, and this is really more than I normally have because when we go through the video, I'm just going to make some demonstrations. So, some of you may have a dozen or 2 dozen or 50 shortcuts, and I don't. And you're thinking, how can you operate with so few shortcuts? And I've got Windows 7 here, so one of the easiest things about this is I can go down to the search bar, type in a program I want to use, and it searches my computer for it. And if I hit enter here, it's just going to open the first response on that list. I don't want to open iTunes now. But, so that's where I use a lot of my shortcuts that I don't often use and aren't accommodated here. You can see that I have a shortcut for iTunes because I use it 2 or 3 times a week, and I have a shortcut for Firefox because I use that 2 or 3 times a day. And then up here I have 4 different folders that I dump other shortcuts into, and you can see distractions, school, jobs and development, and cutting room. And each of those has 2 or 3 different folders in there to help me navigate a little bit more. I'll get into those in a second, but if you decide that you want to start cleaning up your desktop, you're going to find that it's actually really difficult. And that's because every time you find a shortcut, you're also going to think of an excuse to keep it on your desktop. I highly suggest you don't do this. I'm of the mindset, if I have a reason to delete it, I will. And not if I have an excuse to keep it. I will keep it. I delete anything I can. So these guys, I'm going to delete a couple, I'm going to filter a couple, but these 2 are the easiest. These are lecture notes for a class that I took last quarter, I've passed. I'm never going to need these again. If I do need them, I can download them for free. So I'm going to just move these guys to the recycling bin. I've got Adobe Reader here. It doesn't work well on my computer. It crashes. I use Foxit Reader. I enjoy that a lot. And so I'm going to put that in the recycling bin. And you guys may think if it's in the recycling bin, it's gone. It's not. I'm just deleting the shortcut. I'm not deleting the program itself. I can still access the program on my computer. So these 2 here, I've got Dropbox, Skype, and an ebook that I downloaded. These I probably am going to use. So I'm going to move these to my cutting room, and I'll show you why in a second. But again, on these 3 folders, I've got distractions, school, jobs, and development. Distractions are any sort of games, music, video, anything I'm going to not be working on, anything I'm going to be distracting myself with. And there is some value to distractions. So I have this folder named so, just because if I open it, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to be distracting myself. So I don't ever kid around. If I'm watching a movie on here, I'm not lying to myself and thinking that I'm being productive. School is obviously anything that's school related, and jobs and development are any projects I'm working on, effective linguistics, WorkNet, and Quest-based. Some personal documents like my resume and my contacts, and then just other development stuff like my reading list. So I've got those. And then here's the cutting room, which you may not understand. But in the cutting room, I have 3 folders here. Business ideas, clutter, and creative writing. Creative writing is for any stories that I'm thinking of, any little situations that I want to write out. I've got business ideas where if I think of an idea to start a business around, I write it up and I drop it in here so that I never lose it. I just put it in here so that I can visit them later. And then clutter is all of the shortcuts I want to keep close at hand, but I don't want to delete entirely. So I still have some things that I can access if I need to, and they're in there, and I know that anything that I can't otherwise sort out, I can just drop into that clutter folder easily. Anyways, this was the first quest-based video cast. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and your new quest is to clean your own desktop. Have a good day. Happy questing.